This what the angles look like. Way up, stood high, taking the view when it looked right. And oh, it's the good life, whipping the sauce when I cook like. Look left, look right, yeah, come with a hook right. Hook right, make all the man them look twice. I'm way up, stood high, but I've been in the field like Suge Knight. And they know this took time. This what a legacy look like. This what a come with a come with a
Hello there guys, welcome back to yet another one with us Review Bros. My name's Aaron. It's really good to have you here joined for this pre-workout review of a product you probably haven't heard of. It's quite new on the market as far as I know, and it comes in the form of this one from the guys at Robotic Fitness. We have their pre-workout, which is quite a big bottle of Robotic pre-workout, and it actually hosts a pretty stacked label when we get into this, guys. I'm quite excited. Are you? We're going to keep it 100% honest as we move through those usuals: the taste, price, label and effects. Is this going to be right for your fitness goals? Will it be a product you actually pick up in the future? We'll find out very soon. But if you're new here, then please do us a massive favour. Do subscribe to the channel, do like this video and do comment your thoughts, feelings below in the comments section. Let's get this one rolling today. So the first segment we have in these reviews is that taste and mixability factor. A lot of people argue this is the least important because at the end of the day, it's a quick shot of pre-workout. Shouldn't matter too much how it tastes, but at the very same time, we know there are cracking pre-workouts out there on the market that also taste really good. So it can be done. So it is relative, especially when you're spending that hard-earned cash of yours, guys. So what we do have in front of us today is the flavour Blue Raspberry. In my opinion, one of the most common and probably boring flavours you can get. If it comes in any other flavours, damn, that's smoky. I'll write them on the screen right below now. It might be the only one though. So, we are looking at a 14.6 gram serving size. I can tell you guys, if you dead flat scoop this, you'll be getting actually just under about 12 to 12.5 grams. So you do need a slightly rounded scoop to get that serve size. Probably something more like that. In she goes. It's definitely got that typical blue raspberry smell about it in the air. Who knows? I mean, generally it's an alright flavour. It's just boring. That's the truth of the matter. Blue raspberry, fruit punch, you know, they are the typical old school flavours, aren't they? Let's be honest. So there it is. Very blue in colour. Let's give it a shake. Got a bit of froth in there, nothing major. We got some on the bottom. Again, nothing too major. As I mentioned earlier, it is actually quite a stacked label. Let's see how Blue Raspberry goes down. Alright, not bad. Not the best Blue Raspberry in the universe. Definitely not the worst either. It's definitely doable. And again, as I mentioned, if anything, it's just a bit boring, but it's so doable. I'd be happy to give that. I'd give that an 8 out of 10, you know. You're not going to complain. You're going to be able to do that. So it's a good start to the review. How much is this going to set you back? We're going to move into the price right now. We move into the price of this product. How much is it going to set you back? Is it going to break the bank today? Well, I can tell you, one full tub of this costs you $44.99. It's primarily a USA product. They do worldwide shipping, but I'll be honest, as per the normal really, that is expensive. So USA guys, you'll be happy to know that it is in your area. Now what I'll say is it's a 60 or 30 serving container. Obviously at that 14.6 grams that most of us are going to be doing, it's going to be 30 servings. And for the sake of consistency, we always will review these products on the maximum allowed serving according to the label. So we're going to get 30 servings from this. And when you do the math on that breakdown, I can tell you it will cost you $1.50 per serving, which is not bad at all. Not too shabby whatsoever. UK guys, for a quick translation, that would be £1.09. Nice and cheap actually. It falls in our consistent pricing scale at a 7 out of 10. So it's a cheaper product than average, which is always good to see. Now what are we getting for that money? We're going to move into the label right now. We are into the label section. What are you getting for that hard-earned cash? As I throw it up on the screen right now. So as you can see, it says at the top there, 14.6 grams for the 1 scoop. We are looking to do the 2 scoops as per the normal. So we're getting 25.2 grams of active. And what I'll say is, at least from the label standpoint, it looks like a daily driver material. I do enjoy it, I've got to say. So we're getting, at that 2 scoop dosage, 6 grams of pure L-citrulline for pumps, nitric oxide production. Good. Creatine monohydrate at the full clinical dose, 5 grams for strength, power output, endurance, all of the goodies that come with creatine. And you won't have to supplement another creatine product alongside it, which in my opinion is a thumbs up. We get 3.2 grams of a beta-alanine, the itchy, tingly feeling ingredient as it kicks in, which it always does in the pre-workout. And it will help with endurance down the line as well, so that's good to see. We do have betaine anhydrous at 3 grams, which is about 500 milligrams more than the clinical 2.5 for endurance, strength output, hydration, all a jack of all trade ingredient, and we like that one. We do like it. We have next up acetyl L-carnitine at 1.5 grams, which again is good for fat burning effect and stimulation as a result of the metabolization of the fat cells. We have up L-tyrosine at 1500 milligrams, again a nice dose of the amino acid responsible for concentration, cognition, clarity, coordination, all of the C's there guys. Good stuff, good nootropic. We have agmatine sulfate at a nice gram, which will pair nicely with the L-citrulline. Again, more nitric oxide production, more blood flow, nutrient delivery, more pump in the gym. Hopefully, we can hope guys. And we next have alpha GPC, which is a nice choline type at a good dose here, 600 milligrams. Again, more focus, more concentration. We do enjoy that one. We've got L-theanine at 600 milligrams. Now, I know some of you guys watching right now will feel that's a big thumbs down. It's too much. In our opinion, is it? Again, I'll go into it in the effects. It's so dependent on if you like L-theanine or not. For myself and Craig, it doesn't make us sleepy, but for some people that will. So again, it's one of those things. It's one of those things, guys. Caffeine anhydrous, 300 milligrams, 3 cups of coffee, the standard amount, a typical amount in a pre-workout these days for energy. That, in my opinion, should be at least 1-to-1 with the L-theanine. In an ideal world, an absolute ideal world, I'd have caffeine at a 3-to-1 ratio with the L-theanine, so 3 times more. So the L-theanine should have been down to about 100 in this case at least. But that's just my personal. Some of you guys won't want the L-theanine in there at all. More in the effects section. We have Vaso 6, which is help with blood flow, nutrient delivery, all the goodies at a nice 300 milligrams again. It's good to see that ingredient. We don't often see it. Vaso Drive AP, 300 milligrams. That is for pumps, more nitric oxide production, more vasodilation, more nutrient delivery, more blood flow, more pump. Enjoy that ingredient. We next have Huperzine A, yielding 1%, so 40 milligram, you'll get 400 micrograms of it. Dubbed the learning chemical for focus, concentration, you know, all of the goodies that come with that. And we next have what we love to see, a double digestion aid in the form of estrogen, 25 milligrams, half the norm, and bioperine black pepper, 5 milligrams, which is the norm. So together, they're going to get these ingredients into the system as efficiently as your body's going to allow. And that's what we really need with pre-workout. We've got 30 minutes to get it in. We want it in efficiently, and that is what a double digestion aid like that will do. So yeah, it's a solid label. In my absolute opinion, a solid label. If I was guessing by the label at this point, I'd be saying the only thing it would lack would be the energy because of the lower caffeine amount, or the standard caffeine amount, with the high L-theanine dosage. But that is looking at labels. Let's get into the real world effects now. Was it good? We are into the effects of this product by the guys over at Robotic Fitness. We have their pre-workout, Robotic pre-workout, which is a pretty hefty tub, I've got to say. A serving size is 25.6 grams. The label looks lovely, all the rest of it. But you know the effects drill. We blind test this stuff. And what do I mean by that? Before we read it, the label that is, we test it. We don't think too heavily into the ingredients as to what it's going to do and give us placebo effect and all the rest of it. So we just take the product and go by how it actually feels in real life. Sometimes they match the label and sometimes they don't. And in this instance, I'd say it does match the label, which is good, because that's what we want. You know, if labels could be accurate all the time, then it would make life a lot easier for everyone in terms of buying it. Now, what I'll say is, straight off the bat, the beta-alanine came in nice and strong on this one, and I've got to say that's got to be because of that double digestive aid. It actually came in stronger than I expected, simply because there's quite a lot in this pre-workout, and when that's normally the case, there's a lot to digest. Beta-alanine can sometimes get a little bit thrown off by that, but in this instance it didn't. On this beta-alanine itchy scale, I'd go like an 8 or maybe even a 9 out of 10. So that's a good start if you like the beta tingle. And I do, Craig does. It gives us that sense of urgency. It lets you know the pre-workout's kicking in. It just gives you that mental drive straight away. Like, let's go crack on, let's go kill the shit. And that's what you do. You get into the gym. The energy is the first bit I'm going to talk about, and that's the weakest element for me on this product. Not bad, that must be stressed, but more of a beginner, intermediate level of energy. Personally speaking here, and to Craig, L-theanine doesn't affect us in the way that some of the Instagram comments will have you think. For some people, I can imagine it does. It puts them in an absolute state of drowsiness. You'll find that ingredient in sleep aids. It does help from a nootropic standpoint and an anti-crash standpoint, but it also can really diminish the effects of energy. And I think that's what it did to a certain degree, but not as bad as the label would make you want to think. So the energy was, I'll be absolutely honest, in terms of some of the potent pre-workouts we've had out there, in the, you know the drill, the stim junkie ones, the energy on this is probably only like a 4 out of 10. Like, that's the truth. And for many people, that'll be more than enough. If you're a beginner, this will probably feel pretty strong to you. If you're looking for a daily driver, this is absolutely what this is. It's a daily driver. I'd be happy to use this every day. I really would. It's not too strong that it gets you in any state of negatives. There's no crash because there's no real high to it. It's just smooth. It's consistent. The L-theanine helps with the anti-crash. It doesn't give you any appetite suppression. None of that. So from a bodybuilding standpoint, it's a thumbs up. There's no jitters, there's no cold sweats, there's no sleep deprivation, there's no nausea, no digestive issues. There's no negatives at all to this product, other than for some people, the lack of energy. Now, what I'll say is the pumps probably were the best element of this product. They are nasty and they're good. And I'm not surprised, it is stacked for pump ingredients. So yeah, it's a thumbs up from that standpoint. Honestly, like a 9 out of 10 on pumps. Focus is actually really good as well. Probably like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. You do feel in the zone. You feel dialed in. You get through the training. And what I'll say is, even though the energy is low, the anti-crash does keep it going throughout a whole session. So it's more than good enough, guys. It is definitely more than good enough. So I'd give it, for a daily driver, it's a 9 out of 10. as an overall score for this pre-workout, all things considered, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. But it's up there. It's very good from a daily driver standpoint. Stim junkies, this will not do the trick. You know that already from looking at the label and the experience I'm giving you. Beginners, intermediates, bodybuilders, advanced trainers that actually care about results. This is where this one stands in. It rivals the likes of products such as Gorilla Mode, Harder Than Last Time Greg Do Sets pre-workout. You know, the daily driver. This could easily fall into a top 10 daily drivers list. It's just, I'd call it an adult style pre-workout. It's not a stim junkie smash your face in pre-workout. It's just productive. It's a productive pre-workout. That's probably the best way I can put it. That doesn't really miss anything other than that energy, which is still okay. It really is. Solid product. Solid product. I want to thank the guys over at Robotic Fitness for sending it on over to us. Do check their website out. Do check this product out. Not much more can be said. It's a good product. Appreciate you guys watching at home. Let us know if you want us to review anything else, what you've got currently, you know, what is your current pre-workout. Would you buy this? You know, let's get the conversations rolling, guys. We do appreciate it. Do subscribe if you haven't already. Do like the video. And we really appreciate you watching. And it's at this point we say it. As always, stay stimmed. Cheers for watching.